And as a special treat, we're having sausages on the fire. That's a sort of barbecue. Yeah. There you go. Lovely sausages. Most of you guys probably wouldn't know what a Wetterfleck is, because I mentioned that a few times. Yeah, I got one of this Bavarian Wetterfleck, which is actually still in use by hunters and alpinists. Yeah, it's a piece of cloth like this. It's made of wool, like the Loden wool. This one is actually made by Hubertus-Loden. I put the link down. And I bought that because it's so versatile. You see, I'm sitting here on the fire. Oh, maybe we change that a bit. Nah, that's good enough. It's good enough. And got this little shelter thing. Yeah. And well, it's not cold yet, but I thought, well, give you a quick demonstration on it. I'm using this as a blanket replacement for cold weather, and well, yeah, just for, you know, just give you an idea. It's basically a piece of cloth, like, looks like a ghosty thing, but it's actually based on the well, the Romans, they actually called it a working coat. Yeah, so while they were doing outdoors and working stuff, they had something like that, because it's quite handy. You can actually well, put it like that. If you have a bit lay down here, something like that, you're nicely wrapped up. And so this is actually like a blanket here for having a bit, well, just against the cold or the draft. Yeah, and let's show you. You got on the side, you got buttons. Yeah, there are two buttons here, so you can actually open that up. There are actually buttons on the front row, and the thing is, they are covered. The buttons are covered. Yeah, if I show you, this is in a bit in a. So if you button that up, there's a double thing. So we put the button up here, so it's covered. That means you walk. There's nothing that can clonk against anything. Yeah. So when you're hunting, it actually protects your, well, quiets your movement down, and when you rustle around with some rifle or whatever, it doesn't steer the old wildlife off. Another good thing is, yeah, you obviously can put your hands in and you're completely covered, like in a blanket, sitting in a hut, yeah, chilling out and enjoying the campfire. That's something, and that's why I found this very versatile. Especially with this one, it actually got buttons along the collar as well. So my the hoodie bit of my lopu, the anorak style thing, actually fits this one as well. So I can actually use the anorak without the hood. Yeah, just like a jump over, and having the hood on here. Yeah, just to give you a quick impression on it. And yeah, that's something else to mention. When you are on a move, yeah, and it's getting hot, maybe, yeah, so you can actually put that backwards like the old Superman. Yeah, got it on the back because it got this straps. It actually buttons down. I don't know if you can see that. It got this shoulder strap, yeah, going all the way down. There's actually buttons up there, and So when it's hot, you got your hands free here, can do what you want, and got enough ventilation on it. When it gets cold, just fold it up to the front again, and you're nicely covered again. That actually works with the rucksack as well. So you can have the rucksack on underneath the thing. Yeah, it's basically like a versatile poncho, blanket, wrap up, and it's just versatile. That's why I bought it. Yeah, and it showed quite useful for the last few nights, because I wrapped myself up into this one. Actually, I was in the sleeping bag and had this on the outside of the sleeping bag. Yeah, so it actually worked like another layer to prevent the heat from escaping. Yeah, so yeah, this is just a quick impression. I'll probably go further into it during my stay here. It's just a thought, well, while I'm here in this lovely shelter thing, where it actually makes really sense. Yeah, it's getting warm from the fire. I put that behind myself, yeah, like that, and when it's getting too cold, I can just wrap myself up, and it's just a very versatile piece of kit to have. And this is a sort of yeah, an Alpine coat, and it's widely used in the hunting department, and obviously the Bavarian. It's a sort of traditional coat in the Alpine region, like Austria, Switzerland and Germany. And well, Bavaria, Germany is not Bavaria. Bavaria is not Germany. Anyway, so this gives you a quick impression on what the Wetterfleck actually is like. Yeah, I'm not doing a bit, well, I might do a bit of a fashion show along the way. Well, you will see this piece of kit occasionally while I'm using it. And so to avoid questions, what the hell is that you got there? You know, I'm making a special thing on this one, just to mention that. And yeah, I think it's well worth carrying it. I mean, the sleeping bag I'm using is a very lightweight. Well, I would say it's a. Now we get all the. There was a draft, all the ashes coming in my face. Yeah, and actually what it is, because it's wool, yeah, it doesn't catch fire, yeah, so it's 100% wool. They got little pockets here on the inside as well, yeah, so you can actually have it like that, ooh, making the old ghost, yeah, and but it's actually lovely, sitting by the fire and not getting too hot and not too cold, and yeah, a Wetterfleck. Some people in Germany call it a Kotze, which is basically translated, well, it's like pook as well, yeah. But the Wetterfleck is a more nice version. Yeah, you got this thing, and you see, oh, getting warm now. Yeah, you can roll it up and use it as a pillow as well, yeah. What I actually did on the ferry, I used nothing else than this one to cover myself up on the ferry, because I didn't book a cabin, so I had a kip on the old bench, yeah, on the old seats, and was a bit uncomfortable, but at least I had some warm cover above me, and it was easy to remove without getting the sleeping bag out, yeah. So even when you're traveling on a bus and it's cold or overnight, you just got something to wrap yourself up in, and it's a perfect piece of kit. It's well worth the money, and I'm very pleased with it. And Yeah, one more thing. I did um, let them extend the thing for about 15 centimeter. Yeah, so it's about this much. It's longer than the standard one. Yeah, so it allows me actually to have a longer surface. First of all, I'm 6'2", and I wanted something that covers my knees nicely. Yeah, so even if I got it, yeah, pulled up, I got it nicely. My knees covered, as you can see. It's like a blanket. So it's a multi-purpose item. So ready for sleep. This is my night quarter. Get my arms in. Yeah. That'll be all right. Got enough warmth from enough heat from the fire, and yeah, wrapped up in my Wetterfleck, and if I get awake because it's cold or something, just put another lock on and yeah, call it a day. See you in the morning. Having mashed potato with bolas, meatballs, and my fork. I can steer that a bit, and the idea is having the meatballs like that on a fork. Little bushcraft fork, and a bit more water. Okay. Yeah. Mashed potato and meatball. Sausages are all gone. I ate them all yesterday. Yeah, looks like I'm having a good start. This having a nice start. So hot meal wasn't too bad actually last night. The bench could have been a bit wider, but small, couldn't really turn around, but heat-wise, yeah, the fire went off in between. But at least I'm in a dry. It's raining now. It even came down the chimney. I've got much water, about a liter. I don't know if I should go and hit the trail today or just sit the rain out. So as you can see, I'm still sitting here in my Wetterfleck, yeah, nicely rubbed up, and enjoying my breakfast. Yeah, meatballs and the rest of the potato, mashed potato. Bushcraft needle or bushcraft fork. Yummy, yummy. These meatballs are really nice. That's gonna be a nice cup of tea. Just the kettle and the amber. Since it is a long rainy day, I thought, well, I have to entertain you a bit, or maybe myself, doing not a catwalk, but a Hogswalk. Yeah, I thought, well, give you a new update on the Wetterfleck, yeah, and having a bit of walkabout to show you what the Wetterfleck is like. Just button it up a bit. It's actually, yeah, as you can see, fairly during the 12. It's large piece of Loden cloth, yeah, and can put my hands in as well, like that, rub up, like walking around and hiding behind a tree, and I don't know, see, or doing the heroic one, like that, yeah, see, that's how it looks like. And I even can do the old Superman. Yeah, the Superman. Woo. And yeah, see, benefit is the hoodie bit, it's still on the lopu, yeah, the anorak. So I got my shoulder straps, I got the Wetterfleck on my back, yeah, doing the Superman, and again the Superman. Maybe looks a bit stupid, yeah, it is. So, but doing even the bat in the woods, yeah, the bat in the woods, but got my hands in the pockets here, yeah, and but it keeps me warm, yeah, it keeps me nice and warm, and can rub up myself and do lots of crazy things with it. Yeah, even as an over blanket in a sleeping bag. Yeah, so it's actually layers up as a double. And if you may wonder, you can take this. There are two buttons here. Yeah, so you can take that apart and lay that out. So it's basically a large oval thing if lay flat. Well, the shoulders, they are a bit tempered, tap it down, yeah, but as you can see, and this is the slightly extended one, 15 centimeter longer, yeah, so it's actually, if I'm standing up, just going down to my here up to the middle of my legs, yeah, and covers my knees nicely, even if I'm sitting down. Up to the fire, I got my knees nicely covered, put my one leg up, and pretty good wrapped up like in a blanket, yeah, it's a multi-usable piece of kit. It definitely came in handy in the last few nights, and if you ask me, it's definitely worth it. It's not the cheapest part of the kit, but well, if you consider what else you have to carry, like all sort of blankets and undercovers and I don't know what, you know, you can even go into town shopping with that, yeah, without fuss. And when it's getting cold, you can put the rucksack underneath, and like I did with the plush paletka poncho. So this is basically the Bavarian version. Well, it's not the tarp, is it? It's a clothing kit. As I mentioned earlier, on the other in the other shelter, it's definitely a nice piece of kit. Put your hands in, prop yourself up, and yeah, enjoy the fire or the barbecue or anything in between, and traps the heat very well. And it's 100% wool, and yeah, I do recommend that, and really highly. And I'm very pleased Hubertus Müller-Bauer, the founder of the Hubertus-Loden company, actually was very helpful to explain me that I told him how tall I am, and he thought, well, and I asked him about the standard one. The standard length is 120 on the back, and I thought, well, I want a bit like what I'm doing here with as a blanket and stuff. He said, well, take 15 centimeter additional to the length, and that will do you nicely. And it actually does. It's very, I'm very pleased with it, and that's why I'm mentioning that. And so if you're interested in this sort of kit, have a look at the Hubertus web page. Got some dirt on, but it doesn't matter when it gets dirty. When it gets wet, it's maybe a bit, but once the wool is dry, you can just brush it off and it's all fine again, yeah? So it's not really an issue that you have to put it in a dry cleaner or anything. It's just it's meant to get wet occasionally, yeah? So yeah, I'm hugging up, getting actually too warm now with the fire next to me, and but as you can see, this is Hogswalk or else. See you soon.